Hey class, it's me, Mr. Cortez, and I'm about to go to one of my favorite places and I'm bringing you with me. Let's go. Okay, here we go. We're gonna buckle our seatbelt and get ready. Guess what, class? I've made it here to McDonald's, and I did so because I followed the rules of the road and looked for safety signs, and you should too. Now let's learn about some of the safety signs I used to get here safely.
You can be in a car, bus, train, riding your bike, or even walking. Safety signs are all around you. We just fail to notice them. We must open our eyes and look at our surroundings. The first type of signs I want to talk about are informational signs. These types of signs give us information about important places. For example, look at the street sign picture I have in this slide. This street sign will tell us where we are so we do not get lost. This sign is indicating to me that this is a bus stop and I may wait here for a bus to take me somewhere. The next type of signs I want to talk about are warning signs. Warning signs tell us about potential changes in the road conditions and are usually yellow in color. Look at the picture in this slide. This picture tells me to slow down because there may be people in the street ahead. And this yellow sign is telling me to be aware of the fire station ahead. And this one is telling me to slow down. There may be traffic or pedestrians in the road ahead. The next type of sign I want you to know about are regulatory signs. These signs tell us about the rules of the road and are usually red or red and white in color. The sign on this slide is a do not enter sign. This sign usually means to don't go that way but find another way around. And this is a stop sign. I bet you already knew that. But did you also know that this sign is helping control traffic and allowing people to cross the street safely as well?
Hey class, it's me, Mr. Cortez, and now that I have you thinking about McDonald's, I have a little confession to make. We're going to be taking a walking field trip to McDonald's, but before we can do that, I have to teach you how to be safe in the community and how we do that by using safety signs. Before we can take this walking field trip, I'm going to tell you about my 3 rules. You must be able to show me and demonstrate that you can follow my 3 rules before we take our trip to McDonald's. Number 1, we need to listen to the teacher. Number 2, we need to look for danger and stay alert. And number 3 is we need to stay with our group and walk together.
Listen to these cars driving by. The street is a very dangerous place. You need to follow my rules in order to stay safe and to make it to McDonald's. So we are almost there, almost ready to take our walking field trip to McDonald's. But first, there's one more thing I need to talk to you about, and that's crossing the street. Crossing the street will be one of the most dangerous times during our walk to McDonald's. Because crossing the street is so dangerous, I am going to show you a few pointers on how to first cross the street, and secondly, what type of sign to look for when you're about to cross the street.
This sign here means to not cross the street here. This is not a safe place to cross the street, and you should think about crossing somewhere else.
When preparing to cross the street, you should be looking for a crosswalk. A crosswalk is the safest place to cross the street. There are signs in the community that show you where to cross. When crossing the street, you should look left, right, left again, behind you, listen for traffic, and then cross the street if it is safe to do so. Crossing driveways is another area of concern. Make sure you look left, right, left again behind you, and proceed with caution.
Now I'm going to show you one of the safest ways to cross the street. When approaching an intersection, you look for the push button, you push it, and then you look for the traffic signal to indicate the walking man. Let's look across the street and see if we can find it. There it is.
So that's all for now, class. I hope you learned a lot, especially how to stay safe out there in the community.